Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Daltonian95 coming at you with another Earthrise review, and that is going to be the WFC E-9 Starscream, which kind of here on the side looks a little G2-y. Like the red looks very orange, and the letter gray looks a lot darker. I mean, it looks very G2 Starscream right here. So maybe, but got a nice image there of robot and jet mode. Same thing there. So, real quick, bringing in our insert, there is nothing. Just some more of these lines. So, let's get that out of there. And bring in Screamer himself. And this guy looks amazing. Real quick, this is the only version of Starscream from the old '06 mold that I have. And you can see that red is very kind of pinkish. In person, it's kind of a orange color, but I don't know how my camera's picking it up. But the way I'm seeing it here on camera, it's also very kind of orange, pink. Just does not look good. The bright white just throws it off too. So I very much prefer the more cartoon accurate gray, blue with the red and white stripe. Looks very good, bringing in our other recent Starscream, being the Siege. And you can see a few influences, very minor, but still very much its own thing. At least with this one, you don't get the battle damage. That is questionable on whether it's good or not. So, get him out of the way. Bringing in, let's see, we've got Megatron here. I can get him to stand. Soundwave. Let's spread this out a little bit here. And Shockwave for the big four. So, I mean, he fits in really good. I'm really glad we're getting some of these characters as their Earth forms, especially the Seekers. I'm more familiar with them being in this, kind of Earth style. Anyways, like the Tetrajets were fine. It was nice to have the whole crew, the main three and the Rainmakers as the Tetrajets, all together for once, instead of just, a Starscream, a Thundercracker, and then maybe an exclusive Skywarp somewhere. Even though that's what we got. Anyways, articulation. Jeez, everything's falling. Sorry about that. It was Ironworks just took a dive. Head is on a ball joint and completely unhindered, unlike the old Classics version, which was stuck to the stem for the nose cone. And as you can see back here, it is on a little stem, but it's below the neck joint, so it tucks away nice, doesn't hinder anything. He's got tight swivels at the shoulder, got a hinge all the way out, a bicep swivel also very tight, a it's double jointed, but you don't get, is it double jointed? No, single joint, just a couple different parts in there. But you get just a little over 90 degrees. Nothing at the wrist due to the transformation, even though, the Siege one did something similar. No waist movement, doesn't really bother me that much. And at least you can get this, skirt armor out of the way so you can bring up the legs. Again, very tight joints. Get those out to there. Got a nice thigh swivel. 90 degrees at the knee. And of course, your ankle tilt, and then the heel and toes move independently. Now, one thing you might notice here is no screws. These are all rivets, so I don't know if they're trying to keep companies from knocking off their figures, or trying to take measures against customizing or not. I don't know what's going on. But you also get a joint here to bring the wings back, just in case you want to get some more I guess dynamic poses, or move the arms. I don't know. I don't know why that's there. But you do get your ports all over for weaponizers and modulators. I'm not going to worry about it showing it off. You should know what it does. But you do get a couple places for blast effects, notably right there. Nothing on the legs. The only place on the torso is right here on, I guess, his nipples to emulate that old missile effect that they had in the cartoon and the Robot Masters toy, as well as the MPs. So you do that. And yeah, just overall looks really good. I love the paint job on this. The only kind of gripe I have is this little space right here, but even then, it's such a minor thing. I do like the little thing that they've got right here going across the chest, much like the Classics mold. Just so much here, just like the best version of the Classics mold. I mean, everything would be better if it did have the waist and wrist swivels, but even then, that's so minor, it doesn't really bother me. So let's go ahead and get started on the transformation for this guy. It is simple and intuitive. I really like it. So go ahead and collapse the feet. It will become our exhausts. And actually want to angle this section here to bring around the fin. And that little tab right here. We'll go into that little slot there. Same thing over on this side. Bring down our fins. Let's go ahead and take off the null rays. And from here, go ahead and, I guess, bring up the nose cone. That will tab in. And just separate the lower section from here. Bring out the whole cockpit piece, rotate it around. And that will just tab in place. Now for the arm transformation, again, very simple. Go ahead and bring up the fist. And then bring forward this section of the forearm. There is a little piece here you want to use. It's on a double hinge system. Bring that around. And that will slide into that little socket there. Closing up the arm. Essentially collapsing it. Very much kind of like the MP, especially when you bring this around. Just like that. And also kind of like the Classics one where the hand flipped in. So it's kind of like a hybrid between the two as far as the transformation. Again, bring this all around. And just collapse that. And, oh, I guess these count as the little blast effect ports. So there's that. And collapse that, bring it all down. Now instead of using the sliding joints that, tend to fail over time, I am glad they use kind of the Combiner Wars style thing here where you open up the panel and just collapse it down. And make sure this all tabbed together. I'm going to lift up the skirt piece here, close all that up. Then the wings are a little finicky. You can get them down and tabbed in just fine. But for some reason on the right one, it likes to pop out of the socket. You just want to kind of massage it until it's all tabbed in. So there is Starscream in his fighter jet mode. It is an F-15 for any of those who don't know. And it looks really good. The only, just a few minor gripes. No landing gear to speak of. Just these little tiny struts all along his knees and then the center of the chest. It would have been nice to have something that maybe flipped out of here or out of the very front of the nose cone since there's nothing there. Maybe just like little fake wheels just hidden somewhere. I don't know. They could have figured out something. But, it doesn't look bad. It does what it needs to. And if you want, you can bring down this little skirt piece and put them on a display stand in jet mode. So there he is, looking very awesome. And last but not least, let's go ahead and put our null rays on him. And these also use 3mm tips, so you can have him blasting his null rays. That looks really good. I love the cartoon accuracy to this, with the Decepticon symbols being backwards on the wings and slightly angled. I just love it. I cannot wait to get the other two Seekers, and we've already kind of seen the cone heads on Skylynx's packaging at Toy Fair, so we know we should at least be getting all the main 6 Seekers. So real quick, let's get the other two Starscreams into jet mode, and we'll be right back. Alright, so taking this off, go ahead and pull this down, bring our camera down here. So there he is with the Siege Starscream, which, you know, it works. Like, going from Earth, you know, from Cybertron-based Tetrajet to an Earth-based F-15, of course it's going to compare well. And here he is with the Universe version of the Classics mold, which obviously has not aged super well. But, you know, it's still a great, fun figure. Focusing on this guy, there are some things that the Siege has done better, like the better articulation. This one, I feel, gives you that intuitive, simple transformation and that classic Seeker design that we're used to with the 06 mold, as well as, you know, parts not just falling off chest plate from that one. So, I mean, pick your poison, I guess. You know, if you want your Seekers to be Cybertronian Tetrajets, go ahead and go with those. But being kind of a completionist, I like having both. But if I were to, you know, be forced to choose, I would definitely go with the Earthrise. It's a fun, intuitive figure, and, you know, you get that classic Seeker, you know, F-15 mode. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out all the links down in the description. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, G1 Hexatron, Primal Sabbath, Stasis Lock YouTube channel, Angry Mike, all queued up, all that stuff. Like I said, down in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.